Well, women across the country are planning to go on strike this Friday to draw attention to reproductive rights, which suffered a setback 3 months ago when the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade.
Hashtag Day Without Us is a day of protest where women are being asked to show a united front and stay home from work, not spend any money, and take part in a mass teach-in event. Now, here to give us more information on this call to action is Tiffany Flowers, one of the organizers of the event. Good morning, Tiffany. So great to have you here.
Good morning. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks.
So hashtag A Day Without Us is really more than just about a day without women, isn't it? What are you looking to accomplish?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to help people understand and ground themselves in the idea of reproductive justice, more than it being about abortion or women's rights. It's really about the fact that we have an expectation to live a very fair and just life all around. So more than, again, women's issues, it's about climate, it's about justice, it's about fairness, it's about 50% of the population losing their actual rights to bodily autonomy and standing up and saying no more.
Now, listen, I mean, we know about some of the largest women strikes, if you will, in history. You know, New York back in 1970, 50,000 women marching in New York. Iceland, women in 1974 almost shut that country down with a similar strike. I mean, what are you expecting for yours? I mean, are you expecting a number of women to really get involved here?
Yes, it will be a number of women, and not just women, birthing people, men, allies, everyone, again, who feels like this attack on our rights is not just about women. Women don't get pregnant alone. People that get pregnant don't get pregnant alone, right? And so women and our allies are taking action. There will be pop-ups, and different than a lot of the actions you've seen before, we're not asking people to abandon where they live and come to an American city, but to actually jump in and take action from your home first with the teach-in, right? And then later on in the day to join a pop-up or to do something in your community to represent not only your outrage, but your willingness to stand up in this moment.
When you talk about this walkout, though, what kind of an impact do you think it'll make?
Oh, I'm sure that the impact will be felt, and women and, again, our allies and birthing people will not show up. We will not be standing in the gaps of business as usual. And I think that it will give some people a deep pause about what happens when you take away the rights, again, of over 50% of the population and leave them with justice just waiting in the balance, and what happens when they take action on that.
Now, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but let's talk about the kind of activities that you're planning overall for Friday. Who's going to be hosting these events?
Oh, we have a surprise guest. I can't let all the cats out.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. You have to stay tuned. But what you actually will see is organizers like myself and people across the country joining into programming that's going to be a little bit different than the typical teach-in, not just getting talked at. I can tell you, you'll see Cliff and Latasha from Black Voters Matter. I can tell you, you'll see our friends from Advancement Project. I can tell you, you'll see some of the youth that are leading some of the major movements right now in March for Our Lives, and some of the really important reproductive justice organizations that are leading this work right now. So lots and lots of information in very fun ways. We put a lot of energy into the entertainment. And then in the afternoon, like I said, there's going to be pop-ups all over the country. There's one here in New York City, sponsored by an organization called Mayday. And we're going to be doing all kinds of things, from registering people to vote to rest and nap installations. And our partner Ben & Jerry's is even giving out ice cream in different locations.
Oh, yummy. Is there a reason why you chose this Friday, September 30th?
Absolutely. Thanks for the question. Friday, September 30th is actually the 46th anniversary of the Hyde Amendment. And for those of you who don't know what the Hyde Amendment is, it actually makes it impossible for people who are pregnant, who are on government-assisted insurance, to use that money to actually get an abortion. And so even if a doctor were to tell them, you will lose your life if you continue this pregnancy, they could not use the government-assisted insurance to get that procedure to save their lives, and that is not right. And it's been a law for 46 years. So we want to raise awareness about that. And it's also the Friday before the Supreme Court comes back. And we know that this court has a lot more up their sleeves, and we're preparing ourselves for what comes next.
All right.
Well, Tiffany Flowers, thanks for joining us this morning. Just real quickly, where can people find out where all the events are taking place?
Thank you. Yes, daywithoutus.com. That's DAY withoutus.com. Go to our website, register, and please stay tuned for all the surprises we have for you.
Awesome. Sounds great. Tiffany, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.